Hey, I'm Tshaka Armstrong. Welcome to Tech for the Rest of Us. Today, I'm going to show you 5 new things that the iPhone 6, iPhone 6 Plus can do that, of course, tied to iOS 8, Apple's latest mobile operating system. So let's get started with the first one, which is Reachability. That is a feature found only on the iPhone 6 Plus. This phone is tall. You may have smaller hands. So Apple has incorporated a feature that lets you simply double tap the Touch ID fingerprint scanner and it brings the phone down. It brings the menus down. It brings information on the phone to the bottom of the screen, so it makes it a lot easier to reach. Matter of fact, if you're in the browser, any of the apps, because again, this is a system function, you just double tap and you see right there, it brings that information right down to where you can reach. The next feature that I want to talk about that is new on the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus is recents. When you double click the fingerprint scanner, you'll actually be taken to a screen that shows all the people you've recently contacted on the phone. Now, some of you may not like this. You may not want people looking over your shoulder and seeing who you've contacted. So I'm going to show you how to go in and turn that feature off. You're simply going to go into the Settings app. Then you'll kind of, you might fidget around there a little bit, but you go right into that Settings app. You're going to go into Mail, Contacts, and Calendars. And then you'll look for the option, Show an App Switcher. You'll then go into that option and you'll turn off the recents or favorites. Next up, battery life. A lot of people were concerned about battery life because, let's face it, there were a lot of complaints about the iPhone 5, 5S, how much battery life people were getting out of that phone. Well, in my usage, when I first got the phone, I was hammering it. I was playing with it all the time. I got 23 hours and 58 minutes use, hardcore use out of this phone before it dipped down. It dropped down to about 10% or less. So there is no problem with this phone. You're going to get plenty of battery life out of it. Great, great, great phone in terms of battery life. Next up is low light photography. You're at a party, you're hanging out with friends, and you want to capture the moment. You want to get some photos. One of the things that people tend to complain about with mobile phones is the camera on mobile phones. Let's face it, it's not as great as your DSLR, your $1,000, your $500, your $600 camera. You can see a hibiscus flower here that I took a picture of about 8 o'clock at night. You can see that there's great detail in the photo. Photo looks great. So now you don't have to use that flash if you're out at a party or if you're at a meeting, gathering, and you don't want to interrupt everybody. You can just go ahead and snap that photo. The next item that Apple has built into the iPhone 6, and this one is specifically for the 6 Plus, is something called Optical Image Stabilization. What does all that mean? It really translates to if you're trying to hold the phone up and again, take that photo in low light. If you're trying to hold that phone up and take that photo in low light, it is actually a feature that allows the camera lens to not to move around and adjust to your shaky hands, so that when you're taking those low light photos and trying to hold that phone still, it will adjust for the amount of shake you have in your hands, and you won't get as many blurry photos. I know we've all taken those low light or even daytime photos and they're just blurry. You'll see less of that. You're going to get better shots more consistently out of the iPhone 6 Plus, which is the one that has optical image stabilization. The last 2 items, these are the freebies. I told you 5, I'm giving you 7. Number 6, we'll go through this real quick, polarization. If you're wearing sunglasses, there's something built into the screen called a polarizer, which allows you to see the screen better in sunlight. But if you're wearing sunglasses that also have polarizers in them, it basically makes the screen black and you can't see. Well, they've built in a better polarizer with this phone, so you're going to want to either hold it this way or try holding it this way if you're wearing your sunglasses, and you'll actually see the screen turn out to be brighter and much more readable. They've done a great job with this. My buddy Russell Holly at geek.com is the one who actually did a test on this. So if you go to geek.com, look up Russell Holly, look up polarizer, you'll actually see, and I'm going to place that link for you in the description section right below here. You'll be able to see right where that information is. It looks great. And last but not least, don't put this thing in your pocket for long periods of time if you have the 6 Plus. It's going around the internet right now. A lot of websites are reporting on this. People are bending this. This thing's so tall that if you're sitting for a couple hours and you have this in your pocket, people are noticing that the actual iPhone 6 Plus is bending, irreparably so. So be careful about that. Take it out of your pocket, back pocket, front pocket, because it's been in both. Stick with us for the latest information on the iPhone 6, the iPhone 6 Plus, and iOS 8. We're going to have that coming up for you in the coming weeks. And as always, leave a comment below if you have a question, and subscribe to us to keep getting more great videos. Thank you for joining us.